a small recap of last session. You've all managed to enter the strange lands where the sky is split in two. One side showing a continuous sun, one side only a moon continuously in the sky.
Back.
Your group opted to go towards the right and follow the land of the moon, and within it you've entered a sort of tribalish town. Um, on top of that, not only do you see one tribe on one side where the sun is, and on one side where the moon is, but behind those two tribes, you also saw a giant temple embedded within a mountain that just right through the middle also has a more darker side and a brighter side, equally aligned to the sun and the moon. Um, when you entered the Moon Tribe, you were greeted by a few guards in a more casual way, uh, less intense than you would have expect a guard to approach you or talk to you. Um, these guards, after inquiring you for a bit, asked you to go and meet their Mo or their priestess. As their priestess, who is named um, Moonatria, exited her abode, you were introduced to her, and um, after some talk, were offered by her to make yourself familiar in the town, see what is to be seen if you're interested, and that if there are any more questions or other stuff that you're interested in, you could always go towards the guards uh, who currently helped you and showed you around the village. Um, the um, the Dragonborn guard called Shio, and the Tiefling guard called Shiran. Um, In the last session, both Skux and Sabine went towards the Moon Market, and in the Moon Market, they were looking around and talked with two different people of interest. One is the alchemist Eras, and the other was the weaponsmith Gerald. Both Eras and Gerald are in need of supplies, and if they manage to bring them back those supplies and maybe even the rarer ones, they will be aptly rewarded. On top of that, Skux has made an agreement with Gerald to gain some very thin and sharply created, well, bowstrings, which unfortunately are not able to be bowstrings, but he has had other ideas for them.
Damn.
As for Asuka, Charles, and Peter, you've opted to go towards the pale rays of recreation uh, as per advice from both Shio and Shiran, who who mentioned that there was a strange happening uh, in those fields, because generally people who go and pray and meditate in the pale rays of recreation do so to enlighten themselves, to detach themselves from sorrow or from the weight of reality, so that their mind can be free and then can continue on with their days without too much pressure. Um, Unfortunately, there has been there have been mentions of people getting negative dreams and negative visions, which shouldn't be possible. Um, as such, when you were introduced, you were also shown by somebody who was there at the moment, and motioned you to also sit down and enact the rituals themselves. Asuka opted to not close her eyes, making it so that she did not get into a dream state at all.
I fainted closing my eyes.
Yes. Peter instead did follow the requirements and was indeed met with at least at the start, a normal dream of white, which then transformed into a nightmare. Um, Now, that nightmare itself bore resemblances of spiders and um, strange monstrosities in their minds that the other people in these planes of Bale's rays of recreation also have experienced. Um, when but for Peter specifically, before the dream ended with the spider eating you, you saw the face of a very familiar secretary from your past within those gaping maws. When after you woke up. And finally, for Charles, while you were trying to do your meditation, um, you've had some you've had a strange happening, and as a result, the one moon ray that you were below completely disappeared, and that's where we left off last time when a lot of onlookers upon you, Charles, are looking at you with just appalled faces, some in disgust, some in fear, and some just trying to deny the concept of the ray of light disappearing at all. So what do you do as you look around seeing all those faces, Charles?
Hmm. Charles looks down. Charles looks back up. Charles looks at the priest. And he will say, I think I did the ritual wrong. Apology.
Uh, First of all, the person in itself is not really considered a priest, morely a practitioner of the meditations. But that self same person is looking at you with like a mouth open and wide eyes, and is like, I I uh I I I'm going, and he just runs straight through what you can deduce towards the House of Moon.
Charles just shrugs like, hey, what are you guys looking at?
That
First
you're
time it
not.
happens when a moon light disappears.
I think that's exactly what happened, Charles.
Um, One particularly sort of like, I wouldn't say frightened, but apprehensive person, a woman, human, probably in her 20s. She was like, actually, yes, this has never happened before,
So,
ever.
in other words, either the person we are, would you call this praying? Would you call this praying?
You're not really praying to a god, by the way. You're just basking in a ritual of moonlight. The moonlight here, actually, this is perfect. Actually, the woman replies, you're not praying to a god or a deity, if that's what you're thinking. Um, it's all a bit confusing for many people, but from what I've understood is that if you look decently up in the sky, you will see that both the moon and the sun are shining eternally. This is because there is a continuously going ritual happening in the Temple of Two.
So,
Now, these magical rays, or at least they they have properties of their own as a result of said ritual. So, doing the meditation in a correct way allows us to, well, find rest and peace, at least on our side. Um, but it has never happened before that a light dimmed, ever.
hmm. So it's
They
either
might
bad.
change. Uh, they
It's
might
either
change
yeah. Go ahead.
positions. Yeah, they might change positions. Sometimes there are the occasional cloud that can obscure, but they never disappear like happened with you.
So I'm a unique case then. Well, intriguing. Just for reference sakes, do you have any other faith casters that did this ritual before? Charles asked this dude.
What ritual are you talking about?
I mean the brain dance thing.
It's first of all, it's not a ritual. It's a meditation act. The ritual that I talked about is one that is done in a temple of Zeus that creates both the sun and the moon and whatnot.
Was that a cyberpunk reference? Because I got that one.
That was the
he's right.
cyberpunk
He's
reference.
Okay,
right in
continue.
that it's on brain dance. Yeah,
I've never played Cyberpunk, so I wouldn't know. Um,
euphoric.
Shame on you.
um, so to reiterate again on your question, everybody here in the village just who comes here and wants to meditate in peace will be taught the correct ways of the ritual of the meditation. It's not uncommon for anyone here to know. So you just need to ask to somebody and they will tell you how it is, just like you tried right now.
So in other words, I'm an anomaly. Should look into this more, yes.
Listen, you might have noticed that our tribe isn't one for immediate conflict. We always try to see at least a good side, or at least to give people the benefit from the doubt. But would you please not destroy or make our moon rays disappear? Please?
If I make you guys disappear, then I would hinder my own development as well. I have no reason or willingness to commit genocide here, you fair lady.
She's talking about the moon rays. She's not talking about you killing people.
Can
Completely out of the
Good.
Can
You
I
don't-
insight check him?
Charles, you went 180 right there for no reason.
You don't
Can
need
I
to tell them
insight
what you're
check him?
planning, eh?
Inside check on what? I think it was just literally just a person, like just Charlie being a bit confused on his own.
Okay, I'll just
I whispered to
rephrase
Peter
that.
I wouldn't trust him either.
All right, you can just
That-
repeat the RP that you
That
wanted
is
to do.
fair enough. I will discuss this with the Moon Priestess on a later date. And until then, I will not touch these meditations.
All right. Thank you. She looks towards Peter. You were talking to one of my colleagues just a while ago. What were you doing here before he ran away?
Actually, we were here to see about the problem of negative dreams.
Yes, there have been multiple events of people having negative dreams or nightmares here. Are you here to help?
Yes, that what we are here to try to do. Alright, Charles?
That it is, yes.
So it was actually a unfortunate coincidence that the moonlight got dimmed.
I would sure hope so.
It would be a good coincidence that I experienced the same nightmare that everyone did. Not everyone, but the afflicted.
You did. Oh,
Yes.
that's, I would say, unfortunate, but I suppose considering that you're trying to help, it was fortunate?
Yes, it all depends on the viewpoint.
Yes, indeed. Well, I wish you best of luck. If you have any questions, you can always look for me.
Very well.
Alright, and she turns around and leaves. What would you like to do now?
Charles, you didn't do that intentionally, did you?
So what did you say?
Charles, you didn't do that intentionally, did you? Please tell me you didn't do that intentionally.
I wouldn't even know how to do it, even if I could. Even if I would do it.
So, TLDR, what did Charlie exactly cause for them to freak out? Because
There are
the
a few
the
hundreds
rays.
yes, there are a few hundreds, maybe even more, pale rays of moonlight that shine
Yeah,
down.
and Charlie made
and Charles made one of these rays just completely disappear.
It's
Okay.
a magic trick.
I mean, that's the equivalent of touching a button you shouldn't touch, so I guess the best thing to do is just not touch anything.
Yeah.
Right.
No, but as Charles, he doesn't know what's going on, so he won't do it again.
It's good
So
to
you
hear.
do what now?
Charles won't do it again. Basically,
Hmm.
what I said.
Right. So what do we do now, guys?
Well, did you get any lead from your meditation? Between quotation marks, as he said it.
Well, it was actually a pleasant meditation at first, but then it spiraled into what we were described before. I basically got eaten by a spider. It was not very pleasant.
Did you recognize that spider by any chance? Like past trauma or something akin
Did
to
I
that?
recognize the spider?
I don't know. Maybe in your childhood your family was eaten by a spider. I don't know. Never asked.
My family was not eaten by a spider. I would certainly remember that, I think. But did Peter recognize the spider at all? Or it was...
No, you didn't recognize the spider. Although you did recognize the person within the spider's mouth, but you did not disclose that information with the rest.
hmm
So, saying it's a spider, it either means the spider has some kind of symbolic meaning, or it means we have to go and kill a spider.
That is possible too.
Something akin to a dream spider, I'd say.
Yes. How common are dream spiders and what even are they?
I don't know. It was just like my mind got gone a bit wild.
But there is a very high possibility that there is a foreign creature invading the minds of people meditating
Indeed.
and probably feeding on some kind of their essence, I would guess.
Yeah, so like obviously me, but I think none of our party should do the meditation just yet until we figured out what that spider is.
Yeah, I did feel that my mind was getting invaded when I was meditating. That was when the spider showed up.
Yeah. I also had crazy dreams. What the hell? And visions and
Roll
stuff.
deception.
Totally. Okay, sure.
I roll insight.
I do not, because I have no reason to doubt Asuka at the moment.
Oh, good
Mhm.
RP.
Nobody should doubt me. I am the most honest member of this party.
Please do deception.
Deception.
I need more wisdom for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Okay.
You completely believe him, Peter. There is no way you don't believe him. At all.
By the way, God, can I do a history check if I know anything about spiders and dreams?
Sure. That's great. You can do that.
Alright, history check. Come on, come on, come on. Aw.
You do remember that you dreamt once when you were a child. You almost peed your bed, but other than that, nothing specific.
Good job, man.
I could have tried. This is Charles. Seeing as we are done here for the moment, at least we cannot get anything further, I think. I'd say we meet up with the others.
That sounds like a plan. See what they have to
To
say.
reiterate points of interest, there is the Sunset Cliffs for the other group to go and maybe collect the interested materials. There is still a mention that the guard said at the Way to the Sun there is a person currently at odds with the guards from the Sun tribe, and of course currently at the Pale Razor Recreation you have seen a strange image, or at least Peter has seen a strange image of a spider eating their victims.
Of course it would eat their victims. It's a spider.
Yummy.
What do you want to do with them?
It sucks them dry,
Make
like a
them a pretty
slushy.
dress?
I mean,
Well-
out of spider silk, maybe, yeah.
Well, you get like tied into a spider silk dress, quote unquote, when
Yeah,
you go to
exactly.
cocoon
You
and
want
ready
to
for
be
eating.
dressed
Yeah.
into spider butt stuff. That's what you want to be dressed in.
Yeah, basically it's their shit.
Yes.
Good.
All right. Just so you know, Edge, you're muted. So if you're saying something, we can't hear you.
No, everything's fine. I'm just letting you guys do your thing because I'm not there.
All right. It's all up to you guys. It's open choice right now.
Okay.
Who's doing what?
Can we have can we even have an idea of time right now?
Let's see. From when you enter, not really. It's completely nighttime all the time right here.
Yeah, I was about to say.
There is no sunset or sunrise or sundown, but let's see
Are we
now.
basing it on how tired we are?
No. So you could maybe ask the guards.
All right. I walk up to the first guard that I see and I ask them. So I suppose you don't measure time based on the sun?
A very astute observation, my lady. Yes, that is correct. Rather than following the sun or moon cycle, which would be done under normal circumstances, we instead basically work with a shift system. So you see many guards who are currently here in the town switch with other guards that are working at the Temple of the Two. When a switch happens, exactly 4 hours have passed.
Well, that is great for you guys, but it is still really difficult for us to know that.
That is true, but at some point in the day you will start to know who and where and what. If you want to know the exact time right now, it is, as he looks behind him, you see that there are a platoon of guards coming into exactly 12 right now.
In the morning or afternoon?
Not midnight, 12
Okay.
in the midday
Okay,
at
midday.
noon.
Perfect.
12 a.m.
I just nod and I say, that seems very cumbersome.
I suppose it is, but honestly, whether there is day or night, we aren't bothered. We do our jobs, we sleep, we wake up, we eat, we survive. So long as we keep praying to our moon and sun goddess, we're all fine.
Yeah, and you do whatever happens over there at these, shall we call them, pale rays of recreation.
Ah, have you tried them?
No.
They can be very soothing.
No, I like my mind where it is right now and not being intruded or probed by some moonlight. Thank you.
Ah, I see. One of the more apprehensive people. That is fine. You're just missing out more. In any case, my shift is over. I will see you later, milady. And he bows a little bit and goes away.
I tip my fedora and say bye.
A magic fedora.
We should
appears
probably
to be
gather
tipped.
up with the others, Sabine.
I look into the distance, trying. Do I locate like anything around here that I would consider like a forest where I could see animals?
A forest where you could see animals.
Well, I mean, we are hunting technical animals, and I don't think that wolves just run around the open fields.
No, not open fields. So there is enough forest, at least just normal forest, according to the information given to you at the Sunset Cliffs.
All right, that is good enough. And then I nod to Skux and I'm like, suppose we should. But don't tell them about the things they told us.
What thing?
Perfect.
Secretive fucks.
We know each other from before. Fuck you.
All right. As Asuka, Charles, and Peter are talking about their mental escapades, they see Skux, Sabine, and Flora walking towards them. You reconvey in the front of the Pale Rays of Recreation.
Found anything
Right.
interesting here?
I point to Charlie and I say, Charles did it.
Yeah, he's.
Obviously.
It wasn't me this
Mm.
time.
Oh
Obviously,
yeah,
he
the
would do
cleric,
something.
huh?
He
The gift-
actually, it was Charles.
You do see some people whispering while watching at Charles.
Okay.
I would glance at them, and then I would glance at Charles and be like, "You did it again, didn't you?"
I just look at him. We haven't been here for an hour. What has he done?
You see this race?
Yeah,
Of
don't
moonlight?
like them.
So
He snuffed one out.
So I will inform them about the gathering quest, excluding some minor details.
Which are
We had.
Oh,
We
God.
had-
Did you remember
we-
what we agreed
yeah,
on?
I
Go
remember.
for it. Go
Shut
for
the
it.
fuck up.
Go for it.
So we were asked from the a bowyer weapon. I can't really call him weaponsmith. He's not smithing. He's a
Geralt.
bowyer. Geralt. We were asked to gather 10 wolf pelts, 10 bear pelts, 7 old beak pairs. What the fuck? Seven old bear beaks. There you go.
Noses, he said, but yeah.
Well, that is beaks.
Yeah, I know.
And 30 feathers.
Yep.
All bear feathers. And we also talked to our alchemist, and he asked us for any dog berries we could find, any charcuca we could find, and frost rose. We
Fucker.
also.
I knew you'd. Oh, I hate you sometimes.
Hey, I thought it was only the one thing on the.
Oh my god. I told you not to tell them the Frost Rose or the Lynx. Okay, fine, then no the Frost Rose. I'll still have my backhand.
You're both assholes, anyways.
Never.
Hey, he told me this, okay?
I'm like,
I take no ownership of this.
fine.
So yeah. Yeah.
I look at
What
Skux,
did you,
I'm
what
like,
did you guys?
thank you,
Yeah.
thank
Also,
you.
also, apparently there's a Romeo at the northern gate. We should probably check what that is.
Oh,
Uh, Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Basically, Charles will add up on what Peter said. Basically, we pray to, well, not, well, we meditated. Excuse me. He meditated to this, well, thing. And for me, I basically murdered one of those moonlights. Asuka had a nice dream, I believe, right, Asuka?
Oh yeah, totally,
Oh,
absolutely.
fantastic! The
That was
halfling had a
great.
nice dream.
And Peter
What's the
had an-
next thing? You're gonna tell me that you yourself is pious?
Is what? Is that to me?
no.
No. I'm dissing Charlotte.
Oh, okay.
And then I look
Oh,
over to
Charles.
Skux and with doing the air quotes in the air, I'm like, don't diss the cleric.
Go ahead. Keep on going.
In any case,
I've had a couple of beers, okay?
Okay. In any case, and Peter had some kind of bed bug, aka a spider, which ate him in his dream. So, do any of you know anything about dreams and spiders? Like anything?
Or dream spiders
magic.
in particular.
I mean,
Yeah,
it could
like-
be a vision. I mean, I hope you get eaten by a spider.
What did the
Ex-
spiders do?
What did you just say, Sabine?
Sabine, if he gets eaten by a spider, I'm throwing you in it. And don't
What?
think I can't.
What did the spiders do in your dream?
Well, first the nice dreams were cut off and I was walking on a line. And eventually my whole body got webbed, I guess. And I eventually fell down a spider's mouth.
Is there
Something tell-
anything remarkable about the spider, or is it literally just a giant-sized normal spider?
Was there anything remarkable about the spider?
I don't think. No.
Something tells me you should stay out of spiders' nests.
I think so too. But also, everyone who had the negative dream saw the exact same thing,
Hmm.
including me.
What are you guys using as weapons, Charles? Do you have anything sharp by chance?
I have a mace. That helps.
Hmm? And
That's more on the
Peter?
blunt side, but sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I have this rapier, but I also have this dagger.
Okay, I hand one of my daggers that I don't use to Charles. I don't think if you ever get webbed, a mace will help you. Perhaps a dagger could. Let's say
I
it's a
thank
bad vision, and you'll just take this and bring it back to me if you don't need it anymore.
Daggers can be thrown weapons too, yes.
It's more about if he gets webbed up, he probably has more trouble breaking it with a mace than cutting it with a dagger. That's the idea.
Yeah, fair enough. I do also have sacred. Wait, no, that's not. Never mind. It's not actually
I'll
burning.
remove my dagger.
Thank you.
If that matters or not, who knows?
You'll only know in the future.
Right, so I guess since you guys don't know anything about mine spiders, or
Not exactly my expertise, no.
guess
Charles.
guess we could check out the Romeo at the gate.
Romeo, okay. Sabine, will you be the Juliet this time?
Does he have that knowledge?
What knowledge? What knowledge?
I'm intrigued that Charles can read. Like, I didn't take you for someone who reads books.
I do have my occasional booksy.
I imagine he wouldn't need to, being a cleric and all.
Our church did have quite the library, I do have to admit.
I hope they had nice picture books.
Should we head to the northern gate then? Check out the Romeo guy.
I think it's to the Sunset Cliff. No, wait, it's to the way to the sun. Yeah. Sunset Cliffs is the animals.
And does Flora do anything, by the way, while we're talking?
Currently,
is a
Flora
nice
is
pet.
just wonderfully looking around and whatnot. She was about to like touch a ray of moonlight.
Now I pull her back.
Make her touch grass.
But is the grass green?
No, it's purple. As
It
you
is
can
on
see.
the other side.
Oh my god.
It's way cooler
no-
here.
Yeah, but it's been... no, think about it. The grass on the other side has been under the sun constantly. Would it be green?
No, it
Oh,
would
wait.
be yellow.
It would be savanna grass.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's why we
You
go over
dry it
there
up
to
and
get the
shit.
frozen rose in the savannah. Yes, let's go.
I mean, there would be no grass here either, like, probably like mostly moss and stuff.
Yeah,
Stop
yeah,
picking his
exactly.
world apart.
I'll add to it that the guard has informed you that the sun and the moon are purely visual aspects.
Okay.
I don't believe this.
then
We need to
have-
get down to the
don't be
nitty-gritty
afraid.
details.
And then you see
Yeah.
a guard come out with a flashlight, pointing it on the floor, trying to grow grass.
Does this place have a bad case of tsunamis with the moon always
All
being
right,
you know,
we should
nearby?
move scene. I think.
Let's move scene.
Wouldn't it be constantly flooding then?
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Okay, you want a flood? I'll give you a flood.
No,
What happens?
we're fine.
We
we're
should
fine.
build
we don't
an
need
ark.
I would like
We
to
don't
fly.
need an ark.
And we only need one of each animal.
I
Two
think-
of each animal.
Well, that means that one of the guys needs to die because there are only two
Oh,
fertile women in your group.
we are moving dangerous territory.
Uh-oh.
Let's move
I am
on.
very fertile.
We are moving
how
to
do
the
you know?
northern gate, Isaac.
All right. So, as you are approaching the gate, you do see another set of guards at the other side, just literally on the line where the lights of the moon switch over to lights of the sun. Literally 0 to 1 or 1 to 0. And there is one guard with a spear and a shield. The shield is currently still on their back, with a extended hand pushing a normal human being, also around mid-20s, short black hair, spiked, and maybe about as tall as a meter 75, a meter 70, and they are clearly trying to gain passage, but the guard is not allowing them. You hear him, please, please let me through. I want to see her. And you hear the other guard going like, no can do, kiddo. You're not allowed. You're staying on this side. End of discussion. And with another push, he's you know, takes like 2 little steps back. Is like, you can't keep me from her always. Yeah,
Is
the other
literal
guard looks
Romeo
with a sneer.
Juliet?
The other guard looks with a sneer like, try me. And then he, moves the spear a little bit more, but not in a threatening way to other people, just more of like a don't try your luck kind of gesture. You see the other one just like fisting his hands in frustration. Asuka, I will freaking kick you.
Wait, what happened?
Nothing. There are and you see him currently not really doing any motions, just staring to the floor, keeping an obvious frustrated and stressed posture. What will you guys do?
I guess we approach the guy they wouldn't let pass.
Who
As
would like to,
yeah,
would you like to approach and talk to him then, Asuka?
yeah, sure. As I'm
Don't
pretty
fucking
sure
stab
who
him.
this might be.
I
I
approach-
approach the person and I ask him what's going on over here. Why aren't they letting you through?
He turns around and looks in front of him, very confused, only to like then look down. Is like, oh god, uh, my
I'm not
apologies.
a kid.
I wouldn't have assumed, but it's not my first time to see a halfling. I was
And-
just didn't expect to see one here right now.
And then if he looks a little bit to the left, he sees another
A
halfling, question
an-
mark, just
an
green
o-
skinned.
An overripe halfling.
Is that a green
worry.
dog?
Wolf.
No, but what he
It's-
actually says is like, neither is it my first time to see a goblin. Be at ease,
God
please.
damn it.
I meant no disrespect. I'm merely frustrated right now.
Well, why don't you tell us what you're frustrated about? Why don't they let you through, and why do you want to go through?
I don't want to bore you with my own problems.
Oh, please. We've got nothing to do. Let's hear it.
Well, first of all, my name is Boreal. Nice to meet you all. And you are?
I am Asuka, and this is my lovely band of merry misfits.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Right.
Let's
He's still
just
waiting for everybody's introduction, though. Just Berry Man of Misfits.
I'm Peter.
I'm Skux.
Charles, nice to meet you.
I suppose I'm Sabine and this is Flora.
All right, Flora waves at him. He waves gently back. It's like, I am currently at odds with the guards over there. They have been instructed to not allow me passage into the Sun Tribe. It's not forbidden for both tribes to visit one another, even though sometimes, or mostly all of the time, our views are splitting us up more and more the past few months and years. Um, I'm trying to meet my love. I'm trying to meet my dear Nostora.
I mean, it does seem fair, seeing as from an outsider's point of perspective, you do seem opposites, Moon and Sun.
It wasn't always like this.
So what happened?
We were one tribe, honestly. Even though both, and you know what? Let us not stand here at the gates. Let us move maybe towards the recreation. It'll be more what is the correct word? We'll have our privacy there.
Sounds good.
I thought you couldn't
Okay.
go in.
Huh?
I thought he couldn't go in.
These pales.
No,
of
the
recreation.
recreation,
We
where
couldn't
we
go
came
out.
from.
He couldn't go out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so he's one of the moon tribes. Oh, I thought he
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
one of the
he's a
sun
moon
guys.
tribe.
Oh, okay.
No,
He's
no,
a moon
no.
tribe.
I feel like we're gonna have the out of game now. By the way, we're gonna have the typical Romeo Juliet.
I have no
story.
idea what you're talking about.
I'm
Charles, you're
definitely gonna
upside
not
down.
support.
I wanna
Um,
stay behind and ask the
As-
guards.
I just want to get to the point where they involve poison.
I was
Ah,
just about to
alright.
say I probably have the poison they need.
Charles, hit your icon bell now. And sure, while you're all walking with Boreal next to you, Peter, what are you trying to do?
I wanna ask the guards why wouldn't they let him through?
Um, the guard looks towards you. That's none of your business.
Probably racism
Yeah, it's racism.
I'm only trying to help.
or tribalism in this case.
No, no,
If you
no.
want
You
to
need
help,
to.
you'll have
you-
to talk with Boreal yourself. Just
need-
make note that he is not welcome in the Sun Tribe.
Very well. Thank you for your time.
He doesn't respond. He just stands. You feel that there is a different contrast to the Sun Tribe guards than you've had with the Moon ones.
Gotcha.
All right. As everybody takes a seat, Peter is almost there, and Boreal takes out a little bag with some little fruits, berries and whatnot, and puts them in the middle for people to nibble on should they be interested. So like I said, my name is Boreal, and I am currently involved and in love with a beautiful woman, Nostora, and she lives in the Sun Tribe. But unfortunately, her family and even my family are a bit fanatic, to say the least. They are following Moonatra and Sunalena very, very to the letter. And one of them is that involvement with the other tribe is not so wanted. Normally, we've kept our relationship a secret, but through a mistake of ours, we were found out, and she cannot visit here, and I can no longer visit there, as her father has demanded that I should not be welcome there anymore.
You got a restraining order. I see. So why don't you tell us what happened? Why did the two clans split up? And
Oh,
I
yes.
thought you told us you were together at one point in the past.
That is correct, although it is quite a long time ago. I was but like a child, maybe 4 or 5 years old. But I still have memories. Then the sky was not split at all. It did its normal cycle. And you might have noticed the barrier around here, keeping us safe from the forest, trying to invade and enclose our village and our valley.
Does it have anything to do with the Wishwoods by any chance and the curse?
Well, he's going to look at you. Are you asking me or are you asking him?
No, I'm asking him as
Yes.
Asuka.
Well, it is for all places that are stuck in this forest. It is not unknown that after a while, the forest just starts to swallow up more and more until it becomes uninhabitable for anyone to live in, and well, you die. But when our village was swallowed, our tribe was swallowed, we were one tribe. We both venerated the sun goddess and the moon goddess as together. Are you all familiar with our gods, or?
Not at
Depends on
all.
what universe.
At least not me.
All right. Currently, there are two tribes. The Boon tribe here, who is led by Moonatria, and then there is the Sun tribe, who is currently being led by Sunelena. Sunelena is a priestess of the sun, more specifically a priestess of the goddess Hiateia, she who holds a spear to smite those against her. On the other hand, Moonatria, our priestess of the moon, is a priestess of the goddess Saloon, the one who is gentle with her bright light. Before, there were many priests for both sides, but we were in harmony. And the previous let's take a look, and they were led by a single priest at the top called a Mosu. The previous Mosu Eclipsa, unfortunately died many years ago, and her daughters, Nelena and Onatria, were at odds since then. At least that's what we all know for now. This caused some disputes in beliefs, and this also caused some issues with the protection barrier around our little village. Like I said, many villages who are trapped in this forest slowly rot away, become smaller as the forest starts to enclose until everybody is gone. The barrier around us protects us from that fate, and that was possible thanks to a prophecy given to us by Mosu Eclipsa. It is said that she saw a dream in her mind, a woman of bright white hair in yellow and black clothes, with eyes closed but when opened deep red. Telling her that a shower of starlight will happen, and from that starlight an object of great power shall drop. And it is, according to many priests, that heavenly body, that object that was discovered after the star showers, that is currently within the Temple of Two, where all the priests pray to the stone, to the object, and are trying to keep a barrier around us, to keep us safe.
I have questions. So you say that there was a united person that basically ruled over both sides, a Mosu Eclipse, huh? And
Correct.
that person is gone. What happened to it?
It is...
They die?
If so, I want to know more about the how they died.
That's one of the reasons why both tribes are split. Nobody knows exactly as to why. Some think it was conspiracy by either both sides for more power.
Okay.
And others believe that it was a disease. Others believe that she just died from whatever randomness could happen. But no matter what the reason was, it left a gap.
Mm-hmm. And my next question is, how does one ascend from Mo or Su to a Mosu?
Normally, a Mosu is chosen by the previous Mosu, but that did not happen in this
Well,
case.
is there a failsafe for this problem?
Currently, her brother is at power.
Alright.
Did he
Power.
seize power?
Well-
Or was he nominated?
Honestly, if from our understanding, if her brother was not there, if Mosu Eclipsor was not here, I am pretty sure both tribes would have been at war. Although our priestess Monatria is as gentle as she can be, when at the presence of her sister, an all-out war would not have been impossible.
Ooh.
But it's thanks to Mosu Eclipsor that we have been able to keep the peace for a while, but unfortunately he hasn't left the Temple of Two for a big while, and it has caused some more friction between the tribes.
Conflict and greed for power. World never change.
War. War never changes.
I thank him for the
Anyway.
answer.
But what does this have to do with your girlfriend
Yeah.
over there?
I was gonna ask the same.
Like I said, both our families are very strict believers to what Moonatri or Sunalena are saying, and with them specifically, well, not obligating, but more of like insinuating that mingling between the two tribes is to be avoided, well, it's not. It's, well, to be expected that both our families are pushing us away from each other.
You have to mingle blood though, otherwise you get incest.
Oh,
Mm.
That's
God.
out of story, like, you know.
He makes a face.
No,
and...
I didn't say that.
Oh,
I didn't say that. I said that, not us.
But they can't be that many, right? So
they can't be what now?
People.
are they over 40,000 people?
I haven't even thought about that. Don't even try. There are just enough people.
Can we see their houses if there are that many? Go on.
What do you mean, like that?
Nah, he's kidding.
Like
He's-
estimated. I mean, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. Can we at any like help somehow with
Well,
his situation?
I'm considering you're outsiders and don't have an immediate affiliation with anyone. I wouldn't mind giving you a letter that you can give to her. Please.
Oh, that sounds good.
Coin.
Thank you.
Courier
Thank you very much.
servant.
You will be rewarded, of course. Let me go and write it up. I will meet you at the gates of the Way to the Sun, and not
You
the way.
think
I will
the
meet you. I will
guards-
meet you here at the Pale Race, in a little while. Let's say an hour.
Yeah, sure. Do you think the
Thank-
guards will give us trouble? I guess not.
Well, they
Just
could try.
mention that you're interested in maybe meeting Sunalena as new people. It is general common knowledge that Sunalena would relish at the thought of converting any followers of Moonatria at any opportunity.
Ooh. Ideological fanatics.
Let's
Just
go.
know
Just
the
up my
reverse is
alley.
the same.
No, religious fanatics, not ideological.
Well,
A religion
Well,
is
is the
ideology.
same coin, just different sides of
I
it.
guess, yeah.
All right. I will be on my way. Thank you very much again. He makes like a literal 90 degrees bow, goes up and goes towards where his house would ever be.
He better
So-
bring back some shinies too.
Do you guys think we maybe should head over to the sun camp before we go out for our little hunt?
Maybe we can take a rest while we wait for the guy to return with the letter.
Do we need that?
I'm
mean, I don't
not
know.
really tired
Just
at
to
the
pass
moment.
time.
And
Or, I mean, if there's
Charles
something
will
else
say
to do,
this.
sure.
I would like
Too
to.
many people talking at the same time. I understood nothing.
Go ahead.
Go, Charlie.
Okay.
Go.
In any case, Charles looks at Skux that was saying that. Oh no, Asuka, sorry. Seeing as the thing with me killing one ray of moonlight has never happened before, I think I will inquire with Priestess first.
That sounds fair.
You killed Moonlight?
Yeah, metal, isn't it?
No, I understand why these people want to kill you.
I think we can use this to gain some favor with the Sun Tribe, though. So don't let it bother you.
I mean, I'm not, because it was not my fault. If they
Just-
made their moonlights better, it wouldn't have happened. But
I I wouldn't spread such thing in on the quote-unquote enemy camp.
We don't even know with which side we want to favor.
Yeah,
so-
the thing is, if you give them that information, you wouldn't need to see far from it ending up in a
We
Okay, so
we can
you're-
certainly help the people on the market. They seem not too interested in the political spectrum like their leaders. But
They don't.
before we make like a big jump to whose side we're on, we should have a look around first and be
Charles will
as
say
neutral as possible. Yep, sorry.
this happens when like all of those meditators between quotation marks looked at us. So it's pretty out of the bag that well, I killed one of those moonlights.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that if you start spreading this information to the Sun Camp, they may take this as an opportunity.
Yeah.
They either take it as an opportunity or they will take this as an offhand because we don't know how they stand towards the moon itself. We only
Like-
know that the tribes are not.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
fair
That's
enough.
why we should just keep it to ourselves.
Let's just keep the incident to ourselves unless we see an opportunity to, use it to our
Use it
advantage.
to our advantage. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys are telling me not to convey.
Oh no,
that the
yeah.
moon- Oh yeah.
you,
Okay.
you can speak to the Moon Priestess. Sure. I was more thinking.
And
let's
before
keep
Charlie
it
is-
between us when we're going to the Sun Camp.
And before Charlie is cursed, and they will realize upon seeing him.
Well then,
Well, then
And-
I'll just out heal it. It's fine.
yeah, then, and then the cat is out of the bag. May as well just fight for it.
Yeah. I mean, they will approach me sooner or later anyway. I would like to have at least like 2 people with me though, purely for defense sake.
Sure.
Oh, we're going, Skax. Ugh. I'm more
Well-
interested in the forest around here. There's some things I need to hunt.
Right. But what if the Sun Camp also have things for us to go and find?
Fine. I'll find.
Skyrim. Matter of all the side
Collect all
quests that go
sub-quests. I am intrigued by your
Is Romeo back
professionalism for now.
Oh,
sure.
Romeo. Where are thou, Romeo?
In any case, Charles will say out loud. So, can I have at least 2 people with me when I go to the priestess?
Sure.
I point over to Peter. Maybe take the inspector with you.
Inspector Gadget.
I don't think I'm the best one for this.
I don't
can-
think we have a dedicated tank, so I don't think it matters.
No, but I at
no.
least would like someone to like help with like damage if it comes to a battle.
Yeah,
Sure.
you can just cross your fingers that I die,
I
so I
can-
can make a paladin.
I can take care of damage.
Okay, I'll
I
bring
can
a
Are
take
we
a-
already plotting a fight?
No,
I
we're
don't know.
just preparing in case of we literally just walked in here. We don't know these people. For all that we know, they're cannibals or something.
Right, let's go together.
Charles
then.
say this in like a low voice, by the way. No one will hear this.
That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
loudly proclaim that they may be cannibals.
Suddenly you see people salivating, looking away from us.
Guys,
So, yeah.
I think we gotta run.
In any case, let's just like stick to like at least groups of 2 for now because we don't know, guys. They are.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, let's just go up to the Moon Goddess once we have Romeo's letter of romance,
All right.
and then we can go talk to the lady bits.
The lady bit. Okay.
Yeah, because she doesn't have tangle bits.
Once you've made your little discussion together, you hear some footsteps from the side. Oh, 1 second.
It's indeed coming from the side, yeah. Okay,
I
let's
have
kill
the
some
same
wolves.
ringtone.
Let's kill some wolves. Daddy needs a new bow.
Aw. I wish we would
I
have
got
heard
my bowstring.
the Greek introduction.
Greek introduction? What
Well, Isaac.
Taking over a young boy and taking him the ass.
No,
He always
I
says, like-
mean, Isaac always like when somebody calls him a customer, he's like,
Asmodelos, something.
no, yeah, no. Modelo? Are they gonna savage raid? No. Isaac, when he talks Greek, I mean.
Oh yeah, he does have his greeting. Yeah.
But I guess
I
that's to
can't
her,
Greek,
his
unfortunately.
You cannot yet.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
sure, if someone can teach me.
Teach you
I'll
what?
teach you.
What?
Teach you what?
Teach
Oh,
me
you-
how to greet in Greek.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kalimera.
Kalimera.
Calimero.
Nee, that's the little duck thing. That
Yeah.
we ignore that. It's Kalimera.
Nice.
Kalimera.
Let's continue with D&D.
Yes.
So, you hear some footsteps from the side, and you see a not really jogging but fast walking Boreal approaching you all. He clearly has a letter in one side of his hand, and the other one a little pouch. And he actually approaches Asuka.
Is
and
that
like,
poison?
he approaches Asuka, and he gives he at least motions him the letter. Here, this is the letter that you can give to her.
How do I find her? Where do I find her?
Ah, she's a very, very unique woman.
I mean,
She-
in your eyes.
I suppose he kind of scratches the back of his head. Is like that is very true. Well, he motions to. He pulls out a necklace, looks around left and right, and nobody sees
Ooh.
him. The necklace itself is actually a necklace that has a depiction of a sun mark in the middle. You will know it's her, as she has such so one as this, but with a moon icon instead.
Oh, I see what's happening. Okay, sure. That gives
So
me
what
enough
you want
clues.
what you want us to do is look at all the ladies' breasts in the other camp.
Yeah, I can do that.
No. That's not what I'm implying. That's not what I'm.
I can do
Well,
that. and
where
I
else will
snatch-
the necklace be hanging?
I can do that, and I snatch the necklace and the letter from his hands. Well then, let's go off.
Let's go look at breast, guys. Woo!
Just okay. Here
And he,
for your troubles, and he gives you a little sack, and that's 5 gold for everyone.
Oh,
5 gold, amazing.
that was well. He already
Um,
paid us. Do we need to do anything?
Is the letter sealed?
Yes.
How?
I mean, Edge,
With
it's
wax?
gonna be literal like
With wax.
smooch, freaking
Zucker,
lovey-dovey talk.
You believe in the good of people. This might as well be a fucking setup.
Is he gonna be a spy? Is that what you're thinking?
It could be a bloody setup. Like, okay.
Let's
all
just
that
go.
we
Let's
know-
just at least go through the
Ah.
trouble of looking at chests.
No. Isaac,
Hello.
what would we? Could we use thieves' tools to like
Oh yeah.
pry
that's a
open
good-
a letter without
that's a good
making
point.
marks and anything, and then like reseal it?
Yeah, you could actually. Because if
I'm s-
it's like candle wax, then yeah, in the right
It's
hands you
sealed
could.
with wax. I mean, yeah, you don't need actual tools. You just need depth of hands and
Yeah,
like
as long
a
as it's
very-
not something magical, then.
It's
And I
Well,
have.
you could try to do that if you wish to do so.
Do you want us to do that, Edge?
It's not about what I want. I'm just thinking, what if there's knowledge we don't have, and what if it's a setup?
In a Romeo and Juliet?
Isaac is
Quest-
just quickly writing a
Don't-
smooch letter.
Don't fall for just names.
This is
Uh,
clearly Edge showing paranoia because he's already
This
done
is-
like
this
something
is-
like that in his campaign.
This is
Yeah.
him doing exactly what I did in the last chapter
Okay, basically,
with the
I'm-
masks.
I'm with these guys on opening the letter since.
Just open it in front of him is like,
No,
let's see.
no.
Yeah,
no.
you
We-
should
we-
you should wait
Ah.
with that.
We
Yeah,
walk
anyway.
we walk off from
Yeah.
Borealis. That's his name,
I
right?
thought you already
Boreal.
did that.
Boreal. Yeah, I'm thinking of Aurora Borealis for some reason.
In this kitchen?
Eh?
In this kitchen at this time?
Yeah, exactly.
God.
And I guess we gather around in a circle, and even Flora peeks her head in,
Oh god.
you know, and then we do the thing with the letter where we like don't tear it
Oh.
open, but we.
Should we?
I mean, I guess either Skux or me will try to uh, break the seal, but in a way so we can repair it after. Well, like recreate it afterwards.
All right. Since both you and Skux are working together, Asuka, I want a sleight of hand, with advantage.
Come on, Suka, don't fail us.
All right, 19. So you gently pry the little point of your tool just below where the wax is keeping both sides of the letter clean shut, and a little tick indicating that the wax itself is perfectly intact where it was before as you open the letter.
All right, I take out the letter, making
All right.
sure not to stain it too much with my
Long
own.
story short, it's a very beautiful love letter telling.
What, you didn't write a love letter right now?
No,
Well,
I didn't.
Disappointed.
No, now
Well,
we
just-
need Peter to decipher it.
Dissect.
Yeah. To see if there's no
Dissect-
hidden messages.
Yeah,
Can we
he needs to
pour-
read the entire thing, find
Easy,
coded
one
words.
thing at a time. Let me first. So in the letter, you see that it starts with a beautiful introduction, showering with lovely remarks. It starts to get a little bit erotic around the middle, and then towards the end, you see a beautiful little drawing.
Oh
Actually,
god, he drew a dick.
you can actually no.
He sent a
can-
dick pic without.
You can see a perfectly drawn image of Boreal, but you can also see the visage of you can also see the beautiful visage of his love as well, of Nostora. Beautiful woman with blonde locks of hair. You can see even both the medallions around their necks. They're entwined. And you can actually see that the sun medallion can click together with the moon one around it, as they look lovely in each other's eyes.
I guess we'll find the person in question quickly then.
There is a little moral side behind some of your brains itching, as like maybe you shouldn't have done that.
No, there
can,
isn't.
Can Charles
mean,
do
we
an
don't-
Arcana check on the letter to see if there's any trace of magic?
Yeah, but to do that as well.
We're looking too deep
Paranoid.
into
Just
it, but yeah.
reseal it, Jesus Christ.
I want to do the Arcana check also on the
Right.
It's
amulet.
PTSD.
Right,
I mean,
I say
just
maybe.
need to mention that there is an ant running through it. Arcana check! It's a magical ant! That's basically you guys right now.
I'll
And
just
then
say
What
another
if the
one.
ant is a spy from the Sun Kingdom? I don't trust that shit.
looks like it's real, and then I shrug it, but it's still cringe.
Yeah.
Definitely.
As the one who
It's
is
super
in love with a
great.
hero.
I'm not in love. I'm not in love.
All right.
Just
I guess,
starstruck. Starstruck, not love.
Obsessed.
I guess we just put the letter back in the envelope and seal the thing again.
All right, another sleight of hand, please.
This one's for Skux. And I'll help Skux this time.
All right, advantage again.
Right, ruin it, Skux.
Oh, me rolling?
Net
Okay.
one, net one, net one, net one, net one, net one.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, 26. Well, immediately you manage to decently close off the wax by making it a tiny bit hot below, and then just real sealing it.
If only we had parch in this campaign.
Alright.
Yeah, right.
I guess we make our way to the gates, to the next.
The moon priestess.
Oh, right.
Somebody wanted to
Yes, and I still do.
tell them their sins and try not to get their head chopped off.
I'm sorry, what?
They can
What?
certainly try.
Charlie.
I mean,
Charlie needs to confess his sins before the moon priestess.
Again, you see multiple people looking towards. Some of you might hear like, "Is that the one that that made it? That
The
one ray of
weirdo.
light went away?
Look at him, what a cringe guy. Oh my god.
He doesn't. Do you think he's a spy from the sun?"
He looks like Satan.
Charles will look over to them. While they say that, Charles will look over to them, and he will stick out his tongue in a
Yeah, I
menacing
do the
way.
Just,
They will be appalled, and someone's like, "My goodness,
Just gracious
I
me.
told you, it's Satan.
childish on top of it as well. It seems."
Satan Perkele.
Can I like?
Perkele.
Never
All
mind.
right. What are you trying to do right now?
We're going
He
to the
wanted
Moon
to confess.
Priestess.
You want to talk to Monatria. All right.
Yeah, with the incident of the ray, the moon ray.
All right. All right. Currently, you don't see Monatri at the front of her abode, but there are two guards once again standing left and right from the at the House of Moon. Both of their glaives are crossed with each other, making it unable for passage. They are the equivalent of what you can
Joke's on
see,
you,
like...
Isaac. I walk beneath that shit.
Calm down, everyone like 5% less. Otherwise, he's gonna be angry soon.
And I don't know, not angry. It's just the more you make eccentric stuff, just the longer that the sessions become and less progressive. So it's just your time that you're making, I wouldn't say wasted, but that you're kind of like, using in another way. So don't be too disappointed if it doesn't progress as fast as you want it to be. So what do you do as you see those guards?
Charles will approach the guards and he will say the following. Today's like greeting me. Okay. Good day. I've come here with like an urgent request to see the Moon Priestess.
The left guard looks downwards and then looks forwards again. The Moon Priestess will not accept any guests at this moment.
When will she do, if I may ask?
The one guard looks towards the other. At this moment, we do not know. We were informed to not let anyone pass until she comes out herself.
Okay, in that case,
I mean, just tell
guys,
them.
do you have faith in me?
No.
No.
Okay, never mind then.
I
was
cheer
bad.
you on, Charlie, whatever you may do.
Need a bard.
What is your plan?
How
To
about we
cast
just tell the
some
guard?
kind of sound thing,
Sound thing.
I mean,
like
Booming
let's,
spell or
blade.
something.
is
Yeah.
it this? Is it that pressing to
I mean,
tell her of the moon thing, or like?
it is.
I would imagine if it was something really bad, then she probably would have already heard it herself. From, people just...
I imagine she already has.
And if it
Regardless.
was, if Charlie was like under arrest or something, they probably, would have already,
Alright.
would have already
Since
known.
since you're not in chains yet, I don't think it's that important.
No, okay. Then Charles will say, okay, in that case it's her loss, and he will smirk and walk back.
The
Do we-
guards squint both of their eyes. For some out of you who know decent facial expressions, means that they have taken note of you.
Uh-oh.
They will remember this, basically.
Halt! You're broken the law! Now pay the fines or go to jail or whatever.
I mean, now they cannot say I haven't tried to make contact with her. So hey.
I mean, I'll just stay behind. Again.
Alright, the rest can move through the way of the sun. What do you want to do, Peter?
I
I
will
wanna-
move with the rest.
No, I wanna approach the guards
Mm-hmm.
and I'll say, so what we wanted to tell Mo Natria is that while the man that approached you before, he tried to meditate and something went awry and the ray actually got snuffed out.
Both guards look at each other again. This time the right one opens, starts to talk. We were aware of the loss of a ray of moonlight. We were unaware that it was about that specific person. But we were informed that at this moment, no immediate action was required.
Very well. That's all I wanted to say.
Do tell your friend, as you turn around, to not touch any more rays, though.
We've already told that to him before.
Right. So, as you guys approach the way to the sun, you can clearly see the line of light splitting both tribes off. As before, when you saw Boreal trying to traverse the other side. There are multiple guards, just like with like before, but these ones are in perfect alignment. They're unlike with the previous ones, where one was a bit bigger, a bit smaller, one had a bit of different weapon and were a bit more lax. These ones are in perfect alignment, from either big to small, or all of them in a straight line, looking decently forward. And as you approach, two of them, just like what you saw in front of the House of the Moon, like take keep one foot on the ground and to turn around with the other and cross their weapons, and it's like, halt! Who are you, and why are you trying to cross?
We are merely travelers. We are, what's the word? We're
Pilgrims?
well, yeah, we're like exploring the two tribes.
You are outsiders, all of
Yeah.
you.
Well,
Clearly.
isn't that fair? Yeah, isn't
We
that
are new to the area,
clear?
yeah.
Hmm. And what are your affiliations with the Moon Tribe by now?
I mean,
Well, what's the word again?
I guess we're
acquaintances.
neutrals. Yeah, neutral terms.
Yeah, like we literally just
We only
came
just-
here
yeah,
and
we
we
literally
like
just came
spoke
here.
to some people, but like we didn't establish any connections or anything.
Oops, shit, that was not meant to be.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh no,
is that
what are you
a
doing,
6 out
Isaac?
of 20? Oh
Shit.
no.
Okay. In any case, the guard looks Cock straight in the eyes. It's like, very well. We have heard rumors about new travelers, outsiders, choosing to enter the Moon Tribe first. Nonetheless, we were not informed to keep you out, so
I will.
they uncross their glaives and go back into position. You may enter, but note, any form of chaos or mischievity, as he's looking at the halfling, will not be allowed and will be dealt with swiftly.
I also stick out my tongue like I saw Charlie do earlier.
We are
The
probably a
guards-
great team,
Guards weren't
Asuka.
even looking at you because they're now looking forward, so they're not at your height to know what you're doing.
Lucky
Yeah,
you, I
that's
was
fine.
about to tell them that they can just cut it if they want.
The
Well,
way is
we'll-
open for you.
Yeah, we'll march on out, I guess.
Yep. We will just
Very
march
well.
on. And I saw the tongue sticking out, so I give him like a small high five.
Hell
Or
yeah.
Another high five at the back of his head.
no.